Howdy, y'all. It's me, Reba Areba, with your Season 3, Episode 2 recap. This one called Primavera, which means spring. That means something budding, like that. And we'll get to that a little later. But this one concentrates on Will and Abigail. Abigail. Okay, last week episode, it concentrate on Hannibal and Bedelia. And in that one, you go, this relationship is no good. I mean, Bedelia, what you get yourself into, right? And in this one, it's kind of the flip-flop. Your Will, what you get into with this Abigail character, because, even though she survived, what happened? She talking to Will about this family that Hannibal made for them. This is the murder family. I guess they're gonna go around killing people. Ding dong, hello, we're the family. Step, 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 step. I don't know what she's thinking, but Will kind of like, do I want to be part of that? And if he do that, does that make him, do you have Hannibal the dad, Will the mom, and Abigail the daughter? Nowadays you're gonna have two fathers, I guess, but for the sake of the way we're into traditional roles and things like that, let's just call Will the bride of Hannibal and not Bedelia. I think she's probably the slave of Hannibal, but this one's the bride, right? Okay, so we find out Sheila, and they talk. And then you flash forward to 8 months later, and he go to Florence, Italy, or maybe Palermo. I think there's a little Palermo in there. Anyway, these murders happen, and we'll go to see him because it's very weird. And this detective, there's a new detective. He's Italian. His name is Detective Pizza, and he said to Will, I think this remind me of another killer, and I know how you work because, you were incarcerated. You're famous a little bit in the legal circles like that. So you help me with this. And then the Detective Pizza described this killer a while back, where he would kill the peoples and he would put them in poses like paintings. And the Botticelli, I think that's the one he said. Anyway, that one, it had something coming out of her mouth, the painting, like a vine. And then it reminded me of Bedelia's on coming out of the patient's mouth. So maybe this season we're going to see lots of things coming out of mouths. I don't know. Anyway, the way Detective Pizza talk about this killer, who we find, is Hannibal when he was younger, is that make him the ex-wife and Will's the current wife, What's that? What's that craziness going on? What is Hannibal doing? How do we pick the people he picked, right? So Will's all, okay, Primavera, that's the spring, that's the budding killing of Hannibal because he was much younger then. And Will's thinking it, he's all, is it Hannibal? How did I feel about him? Because don't he disgust me? No, there's something a little bit more. It's intriguing to Will. And like we say with Bedelia, don't be curious. Curiosity make the kitten pregnant. Okay, so Will is there. He's looking at the body and it folded up like a heart. And then we see a little bit of budding. And is this character coming back? Is this image coming back? Will, did you see him? This guy. Does that mean he's back on? Hannibal and Will are back on. Game on, like they say. Okay, so that make me think, how interesting this is going to be because you have Hannibal and his ex-wife and his current wife. What their relation gonna be? Are they gonna get jealous of each other? They're working together now, but what about in the future? It's weird. I like it. Thinking in those terms like that. Anyway, there's a point where Will is considering this family that Hannibal made for them, and Abigail said, he make it for us. And Will's like, no, I think ultimately this is bad. And then blah, 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 all the blood come out of her throat because she really dead. She were a figment in his imaginations. It seemed like he drew her to help him bring him out when he really, really dark, thinking in Hannibal. And that's what was happening. So we end the episode with Will saying, because he feel the presence there, he say, I forgive you. And then, what do you know, Hannibal there, he's like, against the wall like that, he go, I spy ninja. And then you hear, I forgive you. He's like, What gonna happen? I don't know. Is Yak even alive? How about Alana? Who died? Okay, now we know that Abigail did. Who else survived? I don't know. I love that they do that. We're getting into the third episode. You still don't know what happened in the last moments of that night at the end of season 2. It's crazy. I love it. And it's very dreamlike. I love the dreamlike stuff. And it's beautiful. And it sounds nice. I love this show so much. Yeah, it's about dead people. But, people die. Of course they get eat. But you eat food, right?